Lonnie's here now looking at the weather. We've got a situation brewing for the morning that's going to be messy.
Yeah, it is. I think the morning is what's going to be most affected by this particular storm. So first we go outside. You know, we were talking about how, hey, up at 1,000 feet it's snowing. Well, take a look at the picture I'll give you now. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a lull. Other times it kicks in a moment ago, and it's going right now. So it's kicking in. Look at that snow falling sideways, all being fueled by winds right now. They're out of the east-northeast at 15 miles per hour. But that east-northeast wind at 15 miles per hour, that's at the surface, maybe 6 feet off the surface. This wind up here at 1,000 feet is blowing a lot stronger than 15 miles per hour. But again, 36 degrees. You see the snowflakes out there. It is rain right now on the streets of Manhattan, but we do think that cold air is going to translate down to the surface. So what are we expecting out of this? Our third nor'easter. Seems like every 5 days we get a nor'easter. Hopefully this is going to break the pattern, but it is going to be a morning snow event. The worst of it is going to be right during the morning commute. It calms down in New York City after lunch, but it's going to be lingering out east, and that's where we're going to find the biggest numbers. Also, that's where we're going to find the biggest winds, because further east you go, the closest you're going to be to this storm, which is staying well offshore. But if you're out around Montauk, you're just going to be closer to the center, so you've got some winds that could possibly be gusting up to 53 miles per hour during the peak of the storm. That's at 9:30, around 41 for Quinn at that hour, 34 for New York City, in the 20s as you push further off to the west. Let's take a peek now at the radar picture. So here we go. You can see some of that upper-level snow and see some of those raindrops I talked about in New York City, and also a big band of rain now making its push across the island. And wherever you see the darker, sort of bluish-purple color, that's where you've actually got some bona fide snow that's falling down to the ground. And right here, like around Sparta, I had a pretty decent little band out there. It's a small one, but a little bit of a punch to it. Let me give you the broader picture and show you how everything is working out. So there's your low pressure system. That's the direction that it's going to be moving. So again, it stays offshore. Montauk will be the closest to us, so we see the biggest activity there. Looking at the futurecast, here we go. 5:30 in the morning, it starts to spread over the area, and that's a pretty good clip of snow around the city. Biggest clip stays offshore, and we think that's the sort of activity that pushes towards the Cape, maybe Boston up into Maine. But here you are, 11:30 in the morning, winding down in the city, still going pretty good out east, and then it starts to really sort of taper off and get to about 8 o'clock. The European is saying anywhere from, well, say a 1 to a 7, but it's a 7.8 now they've got for Montauk, so they've bumped that up. The NAM is going at 12.6 for Montauk. Otherwise, it's a 1 to 6 around the area. The RPM, similar numbers, a 10.6 for Montauk. Otherwise, like 1 to 7. So I'd say like a coating to 3 for the city and points west, 3 to 6 or more the further east you go. And by that or more, we say the possibility for 6 to 12 around the east end.
Okay, Lonnie, thank you.